Arizona, with its stunning landscapes and rich history, also boasts a reputation for the unexplained. From abandoned mining towns to historic hotels, whispers of restless spirits and chilling encounters have echoed through the state for over a century. Here's a glimpse into 10 of Arizona's most haunted locations, based on historical research and reported spooky incidents. 1. The Grand Hotel, Jerome. High atop a windy cliff in Jerome, Arizona, sits the Grand Hotel, a place where the past whispers secrets on the breeze. Built in 1926, it wasn't always a hotel. Back then, it was the United Verde Hospital, a bustling center of care for the miners who toiled beneath the town. But time and tragedy have a way of changing things. The hospital closed in 1950, leaving behind a legacy of healing and, some say, a lingering presence of those who couldn't be saved. The whispers of hauntings began soon after the hospital doors shut. Guests reported strange occurrences, disembodied voices echoing down empty hallways, the chilling sound of medical equipment whirring to life on its own, and fleeting apparitions flitting past doorways. The activity seemed particularly concentrated on the third floor, the former surgery wing. It's as if the spirits of those who passed under the surgeon's knife are forever bound to that space. One particularly unsettling story involves a guest who checked in on a quiet night. Exhausted from a long drive, they drifted off to sleep, only to be awakened by the unmistakable sound of a scalpel scraping against bone. Bolting upright, they searched the room, heart pounding, but found nothing. The chilling sound had vanished as quickly as it appeared. Whether these stories are whispers of the wind or echoes of the past, they've cemented the Grand Hotel's reputation as one of Arizona's most haunted places. Today, it beckons curious visitors and paranormal investigators alike, all drawn to the mystery that lingers within its weathered walls. 2. The Birdcage Theater, Tombstone. In the heart of the dusty town of Tombstone, Arizona, stands a relic of a wilder time, the Birdcage Theater. Built in 1881 during the Silver Rush boom, this infamous Wild West theater wasn't known for its Shakespearean plays. Back then, bawdy can-can dancers and saloon girls were the stars, entertaining cowboys with their lively shows. But the laughter and music that once filled the Birdcage Theater seemed to have taken on a more permanent, spectral form. Locals whispered about the theater being haunted as early as the 1930s. Stories claim the ghosts of those performers, particularly the soiled doves who resided in the upper balcony rooms, linger within the dusty red brick walls. Visitors report a range of unsettling experiences. Some have seen ghostly figures flitting across the stage, dressed in the flamboyant costumes of a bygone era. Unexplained music and laughter sometimes echo through the empty theater, sending chills down spines. One particularly unnerving account describes a visitor feeling a cold hand brush against theirs while exploring the upper balcony, a place known for housing the soiled doves. Whether it's the lingering energy of a boisterous past or something more spectral, the Birdcage Theater offers a glimpse into a wilder time. Today, the theater stands as a museum, its dusty stage and red plush seats a testament to Tombstone's wild past. But for those brave enough to venture inside, the whispers of the past and the feeling of unseen eyes may just leave them wondering, are they truly alone? 3. The Hotel Monte Vista, Flagstaff. Nestled amidst the pines of Flagstaff, Arizona, stands the Grand Hotel Monte Vista. Built in 1927, this historic gem has witnessed a parade of guests over the years, some leaving behind more than just memories. Whispers of the paranormal began swirling around the hotel in the 1930s, and they haven't stopped since. One particularly persistent spirit is known as the ghost bellhop. Guests report late-night knocks on their doors, only to find the hallway eerily empty upon opening. Imagine the jolt, settling in for the night, ready for sweet dreams, only to be startled by a phantom knock. Another tale involves a spectral couple, forever locked in a graceful waltz in the grand ballroom. Guests and staff alike have reported seeing the faint outlines of two figures gliding across the polished floor, their movements silent, yet strangely melancholic. Is it a love story cut short? Their dance an eternal reminder of a bygone era? The chill of the unexplained isn't limited to ghostly apparitions. Visitors often report pockets of sudden coldness that linger in specific areas of the hotel. Some even describe an unsettling feeling of being watched, as if unseen eyes follow their every move. These unexplained occurrences add to the mystique of the Hotel Monte Vista, transforming it from a luxurious stay into a potential brush with the otherworldly. In 1995, a documentary crew filmed an episode of Ghost Hunters at the hotel. During their investigation, unexplained electronic voice phenomena, EVP, were captured, with disembodied whispers and laughter picked up on recording devices. Whether these were mere technical glitches or whispers from beyond remains a mystery. The Hotel Monte Vista continues to be a popular destination, not just for its historic charm, but also for the allure of the unexplained. So the next time you find yourself in Flagstaff, Arizona, consider checking in. You might just get a glimpse of a ghostly waltz or a mischievous knock on the door. But remember, some things are best left to the imagination. 4. The Vulture Gold Mine, Wickenburg. Nestled amongst the rugged beauty of the Arizona desert lies a place whispered about in hushed tones, the Vulture Gold Mine near the town of Wickenburg. Once a bustling center of the gold rush in the 1860s, the mine churned out riches, but its prosperity came at a steep price. Accidents and violence claimed the lives of many miners, leaving a legacy of tragedy that lingers to this day. The whispers began decades ago, shortly after the mine's closure in the 1940s. Visitors venturing into the abandoned tunnels reported a distinct shift in the atmosphere. An oppressive silence hung heavy in the air, broken only by the occasional drip of water or a creak of settling timbers. Then, there were the lights. Eerie flickers danced in the darkness, seemingly emanating from nowhere. Some claimed to see shadowy figures darting across the periphery of their vision, while others swore they heard disembodied voices echoing through the mine shafts, whispers in a language they couldn't understand. One particularly unsettling story involves a group of friends who explored the mine in the early 2000s. As they ventured deeper, their flashlights flickered and died, plunging them into complete darkness. Panic began to set in, amplified by the feeling of being watched. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind swept past them, carrying with it the unmistakable sound of footsteps scurrying just out of sight. They fled the mine in terror, vowing never to return. Whether these experiences are a product of overactive imaginations or something more remains a mystery. But one thing is certain, the Vulture Gold Mine holds a strange and unsettling energy. For those brave enough to explore its depths, the question remains, are you truly alone in the darkness? 5. The Pioneer Hotel, Tucson. Dust motes dance in the golden light filtering through the high windows of the Pioneer Hotel. This grand dame of Tucson, Arizona, boasts a rich history dating back to 1908. But beneath its elegant facade whispers a tale of restless spirits. The whispers started not long after a devastating fire ripped through the hotel in the 1970s. Some say it was a young girl, a guest perhaps, who perished in the flames. Ever since, guests have reported strange occurrences. The most common sighting is a figure in white, a spectral young girl flitting through the hallways, her form as insubstantial as moonlight. Others have spoken of disembodied cries, echoing through the corridors, especially near the old now unused elevator shaft. A sudden drop in temperature, a prickling sensation on the back of your neck. These are the chills reported by some who have dared to spend a night in the Pioneer. One particularly unsettling story involves a couple staying on the 3rd floor. In the dead of night, they were awakened by the sound of a child's laughter coming from the room next door, which was supposedly vacant. The laughter, they said, turned into choked sobs, sending shivers down their spines. When they mustered the courage to investigate in the morning, they found the room completely empty. The Pioneer Hotel may offer luxurious accommodations and a step back in time, but for some visitors, the price of a night's stay might just include a brush with the unexplained. 6. The Reardon Mansion State Park, Flagstaff. Nestled amongst the ponderosa pines of Flagstaff, Arizona, chills visitors with a story older than the wind itself, the Reardon Mansion State Park. Built in 1904, this grand Victorian mansion was once a beacon of Flagstaff's elite, the Reardon family. But whispers began in the 1930s, after the Riordans mysteriously moved away. The once lively mansion fell silent, and legends started to bloom. The very first tale claims a restless spirit, Timothy, the Riordan's young son. Tragedy struck when Timothy fell ill and passed away within the mansion walls. Visitors now report hearing the faint echo of a child's laughter, particularly near the grand staircase, where Timothy loved to play. Some even claim to see a fleeting glimpse of a small figure in the corner of their eye, only to find nothing there upon closer inspection. Another unsettling story involves the mansion's grand piano. Eerie melodies often play on their own, drifting through the empty halls. Tourists and staff alike have reported chills crawling down their spines as the melancholic tunes fill the air, seemingly emanating from the silent instrument. Perhaps the most disturbing account comes from a park ranger stationed at the mansion overnight. He awoke in the dead of night to the unmistakable sound of footsteps pacing heavily across the hardwood floors above him. Heart pounding, he grabbed his flashlight and cautiously climbed the stairs. Every creak of the old wood echoed in the darkness, but upon reaching the top floor, he found all the rooms empty. The footsteps had vanished as mysteriously as they began. The Riordan Mansion State Park stands as a testament to a bygone era, a place where the past seems to linger in the very air. Whether it's the playful spirit of a lost child, the mournful melodies of a piano, or the chilling echo of unseen footsteps, the mansion continues to captivate and unnerve visitors to this day. Dare you step inside and experience the mysteries of the Riordan Mansion for yourself? 7. The Mystery Castle, Phoenix. Nestled in the foothills of Phoenix, Arizona, stands a curious sight, the Mystery Castle. This whimsical, ramshackle structure, built entirely of scavenged stone and scrap metal, looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. But behind its whimsical facade lies a story tinged with sadness. The castle was built by Boyce Luther Gully, a man forever haunted by the loss of his daughter, Mary Lou. In 1929, after developing tuberculosis, Boyce fled Seattle, leaving his wife and young daughter behind to avoid infecting them. The pain of separation gnawed at him, and he dreamt of building a magnificent castle where Mary Lou could be a princess. Years later, after Boyce recovered, he brought his family to Arizona. Here, amidst the scorching desert sun, he began his ambitious project. Using any material he could find, discarded car parts, bottles, and even animal bones, Boyce tirelessly built his dream castle. Sadly, Mary Lou never got to see it completed. She arrived in Arizona only after Boyce's death in 1945. The castle, with its mismatched windows, uneven towers, and winding staircases, became Mary Lou's sanctuary. She continued her father's work, adding her own whimsical touches, and eventually opened the castle for tours. But whispers of unexplained occurrences began to swirl around the castle. Visitors reported strange noises echoing through the empty halls, the feeling of being watched, and even fleeting glimpses of a young woman in a flowing dress. The tower room, once Mary Lou's favorite spot, became known for a lingering sense of melancholy. Some even say they felt a cold touch on their arms or heard a faint giggle in the silence. One particularly unsettling incident involved a group of tourists. As they explored the dimly lit hallways, a sudden gust of wind slammed a heavy wooden door shut. When they pushed it open, a faint scent of roses, Mary Lou's favorite flower, filled the air. The room itself was empty, windows securely shut, leaving the source of the scent and the slamming door a chilling mystery. The Mystery Castle remains a captivating landmark in Phoenix. Whether the spooky tales are fueled by Mary Lou's lingering spirit, or simply the castle's unique charm, it's a place that continues to spark the imagination and leave visitors with a sense of wonder, tinged with a touch of the unknown. The Xavier Del Bac Mission, Tucson. Beneath the scorching Arizona sun lies the Xavier Del Bac Mission, a majestic outpost established by Spanish missionaries in the 1690s. Its sun-baked adobe walls hold whispers of a bygone era, but some say they echo with more than history. This beautiful mission has earned a reputation as one of the most haunted places in the Southwest. Legends claim the restless spirits of the Tohono O'odham people linger within the mission walls. These Native Americans were forced from their land to make way for the Spanish colonists, and their discontent is said to manifest in strange occurrences. The first documented spooky incident happened in the 1930s. A photo taken inside the mission captured a faint, transparent figure standing beside a priest. The image sent shivers down spines, and stories of ghostly encounters began to circulate. Visitors to San Xavier Del Bac often report a strange feeling of unease, particularly near the old cemetery grounds. Shadows seem to dart in the corner of your eye, and disembodied chants, almost like whispers carried on the desert wind, can be heard. Some have even reported seeing apparitions of figures dressed in traditional Odom clothing. Whether these are tricks of the light and the vast echoing space, or something more spectral, remains a mystery. The haunting of San Xavier Del Bac adds a layer of intrigue to this already fascinating landmark. While some may scoff at ghost stories, the mission's history and the lingering sense of unease can't be denied. So, the next time you find yourself in Tucson, take a tour of San Xavier Del Bac and see if you experience anything unusual. 9. The Yuma Territorial Prison, Yuma. The scorching Arizona sun beat down mercilessly on the Yuma Territorial Prison, a fortress built in 1875 to house the Wild West's most notorious outlaws. Gunfighters, stagecoach robbers, and hardened criminals from all corners of the frontier found themselves locked away within its unforgiving walls. Life inside Yuma was brutal. Conditions were harsh, with scorching heat in the summer and bone-chilling cold in the winter. Executions were frequent, adding to the prison's grim reputation. It wasn't long before stories of hauntings began to swirl around Yuma. The first whispers came from guards who swore they heard disembodied voices echoing through the empty cell blocks, the mournful cries of prisoners pleading for help. Others reported seeing ghostly apparitions roaming the halls, their faces etched with the despair of their final moments. A particularly unsettling chill settled over the execution yard, a persistent coldness that seemed to defy the scorching Arizona sun. One guard swore he felt a spectral hand brush against his shoulder as he walked through, sending a shiver down his spine. These stories continued to grow over the years, fueled by the prison's dark history and the harsh conditions endured by its inmates. Yuma Territorial Prison officially closed its doors in 1909, but its legacy of violence and suffering continues to linger. Today, the prison stands as a chilling reminder of the Wild West, a place where the line between reality and the supernatural seems to blur. Is it just the power of suggestion, or is there something truly unsettling that lingers within the walls of Yuma Territorial Prison? The answer, like the whispers in the cell blocks, remains a mystery. 10. The Superstition Mountains, Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine. Nestled in the heart of Arizona lies a rugged mountain range shrouded in mystery, the Superstition Mountains. For over a century, whispers of a hidden treasure, the Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine, have lured fortune seekers and adventurers into its unforgiving embrace. The story goes that a German immigrant named Jacob Waltz, also known as the Dutchman, stumbled upon a vein of gold so rich it would make a king jealous. Before he could reveal its location, Waltz supposedly perished in the harsh desert, taking the secret of his mine to his grave. The legend of the Lost Dutchman's gold mine took root in the 1890s and has captivated treasure hunters ever since. Countless expeditions have ventured into the superstitions, their dreams of riches dashed against the unforgiving terrain and scorching sun. Many have never returned, adding to the eerie reputation of the mountains. The superstitions are a place where shadows seem to linger longer, and the wind whispers secrets in the dry desert air. Visitors often report strange lights flickering in the distance, defying explanation. Unexplained noises echo through the canyons, and a sense of being watched chills adventurers to the bone. Is it simply the power of suggestion, fueled by the stories of those who came before? Or do the restless spirits of those who died searching for the Lost Dutchman's gold forever roam the mountains, guarding their elusive prize? One particularly spooky incident occurred in the 1930s. A prospector named Floyd Woolley claimed to have discovered the mine after years of searching. He excitedly shared his find with a friend, but tragically died shortly afterwards under mysterious circumstances. Woolley's friend, fearing a similar fate, never revealed the location of the mine, leaving the legend of the lost Dutchman's gold to endure.